Huge. Right, I'm gonna click on that. So they're up. Oh yeah, nice. Oh my god. Hello. It is me, the great Janice here. Do you like me introducing myself as that nickname?
Yeah, I think it's full-bodied.
Full-bodied. And today, on the second episode, it's returned. It wasn't a one-night stand. We came back the next day. We want to start dating now because this podcast is going to carry on. We are on episode 2 of Bo Never Stops Talking, and the last one where I'm still in England for about a month, and we have got the lovely oldest brother of mine, belouis.
Belouis. It was so nice, he had to do it twice.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Not even twice. This is here now. Forever. Until I drop. Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm sipping a cup of tea, holding it in a bizarre way, I've just realised, because now I'm self-conscious I'm on camera. But yeah, I'm living. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I actually had the best time ever this week getting ready to leave. And I've only started packing today because I'm going tomorrow for the context. But yeah, I've had the best time. I've been making a film all week, a YouTube film, which is going to come out soon. And it's really good. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
Nope.
Oh my god. It's really, really cool.
It's all pre-Canada, yeah?
Yeah, this is sort of just this last week-ish. It's kind of about like what I've been getting up to, sort of what a nice day looks like, and why I haven't been filming. It's a very nice. It's a nice, almost a message to what I've been doing, and also a message to kind of what I'm doing next. I'm really excited, and I really went into my proper filmmaking kind of vibe. Got the angles, got the sort of like. Did a lot of color grading. Really spent hours on that color grading. I'm still not finished as well. Like I keep sending it to people to kind of like almost further edit it and get people to like analyze. So you have to have a look before I upload it. I'm being quite protective, but I do think I'm going to go down to one vlog a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to make loads in Canada, but I think I'm going to go down to one vlog a week just to
sustainable.
Make better vlogs.
Right. Quality over quantity, innit?
Big time. Big time.
Have you been inspired by any of your new vloggers you've watched recently? I've actually created a new YouTube playlist today called New Generation Vloggers. So I've got a couple that I found that's I'm sure is from the algorithm that when you've been using my YouTube account. So yeah, I've been watching this lady called Fiona recently. Who's this Irish lady, just travels around Europe. Her vlogs are called the Vlogs of Nothing, and they're great. They're literally
nice.
just big vibes.
Yeah. God, I've spoken a lot about Colt Carwin. He's not a vlogger so much. He's definitely a filmmaker, and he is insane. I can't rattle off names. They're so new. There's one guy who has started off with like 300 subscribers, and he's amazing. And no, he's just got to 300 subscribers. He's on 30 when I started watching him. He's only just started uploading. He's fucking insane. He's been uploading a video nearly every day now. They use like silent vlogs basically. God, I would love to picture his name. I might just have to say a bunch of people at the end, like cut it in and be like, guys, go listen to all these people. But yeah, anyways, they're amazing. It's a big part of my YouTube watching nowadays. I have one YouTube account which is purely WWE wrestling, and then another one now which is purely filmmaking, which is the one I upload on.
It's a good balance, that.
It's great balance. Filmmakers. Elliot is a cool guy living rent free on that page as well. He's huge. I'll show you an Elliot video. See if you like him. Yeah, this whole podcast was inspired off how he does his podcast. Big time.
Right.
Big time. But he's only had one guest on, and I have. But it's just the start.
Just getting this, it's only the second time.
Only the second time. Do you think you're going to be a big recurring guest in this place?
I'd like to be. I've always liked the idea of podcasts. So yeah.
So, Beal.
Yeah.
So I've spoken about this in the last episode, and I don't even know if I touch on it in the video. I don't think I actually mentioned a location. I'm going to Canada, which was actually your idea, really. It was your suggestion initially, and
It was. When I went in Canada, what sort of reaction did I get?
I said, fuck you, I want to go to New York.
I'm a person, I really will go to America. I did try to be nice, but I'm going to America. I just don't care what you say. I was like, cool, no worries.
That is what I said. And now I'm going to Canada. So somebody was right. And the thing is I was pretty set on New York, but I think it's not a place to go solo. and it's very unaffordable.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive. I wanted to do what I was going to do in Amsterdam and live there for like a month, which would have been obscene. Like I would have literally had to have at least 4 or 5 grand.
Yeah.
At least.
I lived in a hostel there for like 9 days. When I was there for 9 days, and it was so expensive to the point where the last few days, I don't know what to do. So we got halal guys food for lunch, and then for dinner we went to this fruit place and just ate fruit, and that was it. And just sat in Central Park in the sunshine and just chatted for the last 3 days because, yeah, we just finished going from LA all the way to New York, and we'd done all the big sightseeing, and we had so little money left. We were just like, so yeah, for 3 days, which you woke up, got some fruit, had halal guys, and then just sat in Central Park until sunset, and then came back and watched the NBA finals. It's pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
A vibe.
It was an absolute vibe, to be fair.
That's such a vibe.
It was a big vibe.
Yeah, I will go. That's cool, and that's also so warranting for a second trip at some point with a bigger budget. I was nearly gonna go after Montreal, but I just can't go as an afterthought. I think I need like again.
It's
just
a big
need money.
moment.
Yeah.
It's a big moment.
I will go with Alfred. It's so in the pipelines.
Yeah.
Do you know you mentioned NBA finals, and I'm really trying to get into my NBA, and I'm still in the deciding point of a team.
Huge.
Houston Rockets are looking cool because my middle name is Rocket.
Yeah.
And that all kind of, I don't know. They got like I love their logo. I love their graphic design on the on their Instagram is really cool as well. Don't know.
How do you feel about Houston as a place?
Don't know. That's another thing. If I wanted to go and watch a game.
You ever watch that weird guy, Dr. Greg Johnson, the chiropractor guy from Houston?
No.
It's your friendly Houston chiropractor, Dr. Greg Johnson. He does the one where he gets the towel and he puts it around their neck and just yanks them, and apparently they feel great afterwards. But I can't imagine your spine just not looking like a slinky afterwards. That.
Yeah. Oh God.
Is my main person I know from Houston, and it's where all NASA is, isn't it?
Yeah. That's where they're the Rockets.
Huge.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, that's why I'm a real big fan. It's a really cool idea.
Oh my God, that's probably the most British thing ever. Not even thinking about. You've kind of worked out that thinking.
You did, yeah. Took you a minute. Yeah, I think they're great. I think they're going to be the one. I mean, I'm still dabbling around. I was going to go watch a game in Toronto when I get around to there, but Toronto Raptors are shit, and they're not even in the play like the fucking final tournament. I don't know what it's called yet. I'm only dabbling into the game.
NBA finals.
Yeah, but it's a big tournament, isn't it?
Where they do East Conference and West Conference, and then I think it's the top how many 5 maybe of each one, and they just go into straight playoffs, and then the last few games is a best of 7. And I'm like, obviously being big football fans in the UK, or at least I'm like, it's wild to think they have 7 games. I imagine the Champions League final has 3 games to work it out, or the World Cup final. It's wild.
Kind of good though.
Oh,
I mean, I
great.
watched.
How do they have the fitness for it? I have no idea.
I watched the game the other day, and it was insane. I didn't realize how fast paced of a game it is. It's so back to forth, like just
you barely had time to celebrate a.
I went to watch the Lakers game the other day and they lost, and I thought Lakers were like the Man City of NBA. Which do you know what? That one comment is probably ruffling some feathers. But they lost big time, and I was like, wow, this is the world.
What's great about the NBA and American sports is no one can. It's very rare. It's very rare to have a dynasty where they last for ages and ages and ages, because when the new players come in from the universities, they go to the worst teams. So like the best, so the people who finish bottom of the league will get first pick for next season.
And get the fresh meat.
So it keeps it in theory cyclable, unless you're Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the 90s, and I know Golden State Warriors won a ridiculous amount recently as well. So I think there are moments where you're like, okay, this team's absolutely destroying for the next few years, but it doesn't happen too often from what I'm aware. I know Golden State Warriors didn't even make it to the playoff finals this time, and they're mad serial winners before.
This NBA knowledge has come out of nowhere. I love it. I think you should get into it.
Because you mentioned it to me recently, and I thought, I'll see what the NBA, see what's saying in the NBA. So in the last few days, I've had a little look again at the NBA. Cause one of my things this year is I've got LeBron 11s, these shoes I absolutely love, and I've never played a game of basketball in them, and I do want to do that at some point this year, even though we'll all be pants.
When I move to London this year, maybe that should be our thing. Maybe we should get into that. Nice extra thing for us to chat about.
Yeah,
a bit of a vibe. You pick a team and I'll pick a team. Or do you want to pick the same team?
Well, the thing is, if you should probably pick the same team, but my favourite place in America by a considerable amount was New Orleans.
Yeah.
And they're the Pelicans, and it's such a cool everything about it, apart from they aren't great, and for whatever reason,
There's
They've never been
something
great.
about supporting an underdog is kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it has to
Maybe.
be done, and I
Well,
would happily wear a Pelicans
yeah, that was what I was thinking as well.
um,
Like merch,
jersey.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they also do cool T-shirts. I'm sure. Yeah, well, maybe we should discuss it. I'd genuinely love to get into a sport that's not like football. I just,
yeah. Football.
yeah, just
Football teams.
not for me, not for me. Um, oh god, do you know what? I spoke about this last week, but I'd love to speak about it with you somewhat. And I'm really going for smoke here. Is most delivery drivers are bellends.
Honestly, it is so true. So Bo's been doing delivery the last few months, as you probably know if you watch his vlogs, and I've been doing it since September 2021 now. Yeah, a lot of riders, demanding and difficult people, and I'd love to know. I mean, I think just being kind in general is not a difficult thing to do, and it makes the world go round. You know, our dad's always said, be nice to pretty much everyone, especially people who are doing quite tedious jobs that make their day. Always have little chats to people. The amount, and it's not even for this, but the amount of times I've got compliments saying, "Oh, you're my favorite delivery rider," or "Here's some chips," or
Yeah,
like extra bits and bobs. I mean, you saying your tips recently from just general customers as well. It doesn't take a lot, and I don't know. I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I don't know if it's just how some of these people are, or the nature of people who go into delivery. But yeah, most of these guys are not pleasant.
yeah. I mean, the big thing I could say is like they just like so you get your number on your phone. And a lot of people just kind of do that and just like present it to the driver, and then if they're taking a while, they'll look over their shoulder and go, "Oh, yeah, you're packing, you don't, you know." It's awful. So when they see like when we've been like really lovely and friendly, yeah, you get great reception. So it's kind of the best thing ever
Yeah,
in a way because you have a nice time just by being slightly friendly. Like I remember even asking a guy, "How are you?" And he was like, "Oh my god, you're like the nicest delivery driver I've ever met." And I was like, "I just asked how you're getting on."
when you ask how are you, they pause sometimes.
Yeah.
And cannot believe you've asked that.
It's like
It's
the most shocking
bonkers.
thing. Yeah, it's
And
weird.
and we're in Bath, by the way, which is one. I mean, I always joke it's the second safest city in the UK. It's a very chill place,
Very chill.
and so I dare to think what riders are like in more intense cities than this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for
Must be
sure.
crazy, but
But yeah, no, I just wanted to. I thought I'd have another delivery vet come and shout it out because it is
Yeah.
weird and it is. To do it, do it. If this ever gets some traction, I'm gonna have major beef in the delivery community because I used to really be against the Nando's delivery war that does go on only in Bath, I'm pretty sure. And I used to never really get. I thought Nando's people were just being unnecessary about it. No, turns out I completely get it. Like I completely get why they have an initial beef. Apparently, this is very not really that interesting, but apparently they're cracking down on it. They're fixing it. They're clearing the air, and they're fixing the speed. I heard.
Makes sense.
Big news for the war.
some of my favorite, some of my favorite Nando orders are Nando's.
Big time.
And yeah, I've had to say no to them all the time because no one doesn't want to do their job there because of the amount of other riders who are horrible. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah, hopefully it'll get resolved. For our
hopefully, yeah.
bank accounts. So.
Yeah. And the food civil war. God, yeah, big. I just wanted to randomly mention the Deliveroo thing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask? Oh yeah. It's actually quite a huge one. So the other day, I mentioned Alfred a lot. He was actually featured in a couple of vlogs, and he's been about. He'll definitely be a guest at some point. Like I said last week, he was the pure reason this started. Is he told me, so Bo, I want to see a Bo solo podcast.
Oh, fair. Pick up Alfred on that.
Yeah. He's a great creative supporter,
Yeah.
and he said to me, "Let's start a joint playlist." So we started this joint playlist, and I loved it. It was such a vibe.
Oh, fair.
And you sort of just add stuff in together, and he added like a couple hours worth in straight away.
Right.
And I really had to take a step back and go, "Oh, my music taste is not as good as this. Like I don't have as many good songs to contribute." And it really made me step up my game.
Fair.
Which was really interesting. I loved it. It was a lot of world music, a lot of really cool. It was just really cool.
Wow.
It was just something about it. I was like, this is so cool. Like I've listened to it all week.
Cultured.
I've been streaming it. Yeah, and then I've started finding stuff through that, and then adding it. He's been then a big fan. But like, God, the first song I added afterwards was "Religious Man" from Nacho Libre.
An unbelievable song, enjoyed a lot by our friend Stan Elliott for a very explicit reason. But yeah, absolutely.
Genuinely a banger though. If
Yeah,
you haven't
is
heard
huge.
it,
It's a huge. I love it. I don't know what people are going to make of that, but I let your minds go wild. But
yeah.
it is a Yeah, absolute banger. I wasn't sure if you were talking about the new blend feature on Spotify. Have you heard about this?
No.
So basically, if you have a friend who you feel like your genres, what you sort of music you like similar, you can. It's not just a joint playlist. It creates a playlist for you guys, and it blends your music style, what your music styles are, and I've done that with a couple of my mates recently, and I think it will get better. But there are a couple bangers I've now found that I didn't know about, and I thought it's only going to get better as the algorithm improves for that.
I did that with someone I've just remembered, and it was me and someone who kind of loves like Tame Impala, Jamiroquai, that kind of vibe, and it put Drake in our playlist, and we were like, "What like what? Like, none of us listen to Drake. No hate on Drake, maybe I don't know, but I was just like, no, what? Yeah, so I sacked off.
Feed you mainstream, isn't it?
Yeah, they want me to listen to Drake big time. They have a new feature which came up yesterday, and I loved it. It's like ChatGPT creates a playlist, so you type in into the Spotify.
Oh, yeah.
So I did it because I have a really big ambition after Canada to go and do a really long road trip from somewhere in America through to Mexico City. I think Mexico City would be such a cool place to do some film, and I just want to go. I don't know. I think since I started doing those the Nacho Libre playing cards and got really into doing like the Mexican wrestling stuff, started looking more into that culture, and obviously I love wrestling. And I just thought it looked amazing, and I started looking at some people doing film there. Oh, Gorks. He does art. He does illustration and film, and he makes it genuinely the most beautiful thing ever. He has a second channel where he goes to visit Mexico a lot, and he very much like romanticizes it. So I'd love to go.
Sunshine, nice food.
But a good road trip there as well, right? Like, imagine how cool it would be getting like a little VW camper or a really cool car, like you and your mate. You go along those lovely, cool, really long straight roads, make some. Oh, I just think there's so much potential for it. So I basically put into the AI Spotify, give me a road trip to Mexico playlist or something like that.
Huge.
Brilliant. It was so cool, and like it mainly works. Then you can kind of say. You can kind of have like a little taste of each song, say which ones you don't think fit, biff them off. It's sort of like make this really nice feature actually. Big fan. It's only in beta, but I hope they keep it around.
Yeah, they should. I mean, I tried to do it. I obviously I know street football's not that big, but I said create me a playlist to train street football, and obviously I do sometimes listen to quite a lot of heavy music, and it's put a stupid amount of real heavy riffs and like quite intense music, and I was like, oh, maybe I should like say I want meet like chill training rather than because this was like intense.
One of my favorite styles that Belouis listens to is like FIFA Street, like the old FIFA Street. Oh, hold the bloody mobile! It's happened again.
No,
my camera. This we can still hear us. It's fine. My camera can't cope after about 15 minutes of podcasting. It's bullshit. Hold on. Hold the bloody mobile. We will resume. I'm gonna do what I did.
So weird. Is it after a certain amount of time every time?
No, because I've done longer time lapses back in day. I do think I've just used this camera a lot. I need to animate with it. It might just need a new battery because it has never had a new battery.
And when I used to film, on top of street football videos at uni, when I had my action cameras, I had to put it on this thing where it could only record I know it's probably not the same as this, but it can only record like 15-20 minutes at a time. Then it'd have to start a new kind of save file for the same thing.
This one used to do that at one point. I don't know. We'll see. If it struggles again, then we'll change to the phone, which I don't like doing. So I will try and figure this out. But you know, oh my god, a huge midpoint of the podcast. So we are big Pokemon fans, big time. I mean, well, Bluey's a big Pokemon fan. I am a Pokemon novice, I'd say. You and my older brother Oscar, they love it.
But Obsidian Flames is Bojan's.
It's my set. I sort of got really when I got into collecting them. Obsidian Flames was it. I researched all the cards. I went, okay, I want a really good stacked collection of Obsidian Flames, and oh boy, did I get it! I really bloody got it. My little book is amazing. I have this pal called Ben, and we used to open packs together. And we sort of tried to do it together, but I just kept getting such good luck. Eventually, he got pretty fed up. He was like, "Fuck this! You're just getting all the good cards," and he wasn't. And I was like, "Yeah, fair. It wouldn't be fun if it was the other way around." So I get it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna open them live on the podcast.
Which one do you want to go for, Fran?
I want to go for the Dragonite.
Yeah.
Dragonite pack. Right. I'm gonna set the camera down. You're gonna have to commentate this.
Metal Energy. I'm going for.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
I'm feeling Metal Energy.
Okay, we are opening the pack. I mean, visually,
Time for a whiff.
it smells like
7 out of 10.
I don't know. I don't have the nostalgia with this one.
Oh yeah, it's a solid 5 out of 10. So we're gonna go metal.
Metal. I'm gonna go fire. I'm feeling pretty fiery today.
Fire.
But it's
Water.
water. I think curry juice.
Water runs through my body. So it's watched Trophy Eyes recently. If you go listen to Trophy Eyes if you haven't listened to them before.
Okay, we've got Bon Sweet.
Bon Sweet.
What the fuck am I gonna do? Okay, right.
You have to you show it to the cam.
You're just gonna have to say them as I do it.
All right. Bon Sweet. Very nice Vulpix.
Nice.
A possessed ghost child Pokemon. I forget what it's called.
Phantom.
Terrifying.
Oh, you can't see.
No, it doesn't.
Winnipeg.
So you got Canada on your mind.
No, it can't be called that, but it can. Espeon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Linoon.
Linoon. Oh, and then we got a
Entei.
Entei.
Legendary.
Making sure there's nothing huge underneath.
Ooh,
Town store. Which
big
is
town store.
Peak.
Uh.
Oh no way!
Oh, a Greedent.
EX. I'm actually
Huge.
I've actually already got this.
Well, is that exact one?
This exact one.
To be fair, Bojan has got a lot of these packs at this point, and I thought, well, it might be. We thought he was going to not get any more, but I thought he loves this set. I'm going to risk it one more time.
Do you want this one then?
We'll see what I get next.
But have you?
I haven't. So maybe we can do a trade. Let's have a look.
I mean, look, we can
do
live. Right, we'll pop in. We're popping.
I'm going dark energy.
Okay, Blue's going dark energy. I am going to go for a lovely little steel energy. Steel. So we have got a psychic. God, there is a mess of Pokemon cards on the floor.
That little thing.
It's a podcast, to be fair, Blue. Do you want me to? I mean, it is only visual. They can't hear you. Do you want me? Let me commentary this whole thing. Cypher, Meltan, Travatrium, Electros, Flamingo. That's a terrible name. A Varoom on crack. Faroki, lovely.
Oh.
It's a dud pack. An absolute dud pack.
It's a bloody dud pack, man.
Yeah, well.
We can always remember that.
There you go.
We can always remember that. Greedent as the podcast pack card.
Yeah, and for being the first. Oh my god, the camera's turned off again. Right, we will get my phone. But for being the first guest, here's the Greedent.
Oh, thank you very much.
Right, we'll be back. I'm going to put the phone on.
Not the most ideal, Beans, but...
No, it's slanted. Guys, I'm so sorry. Every single goddamn episode is this going to happen? Is this going to be a theme? Is this going to be a running theme?
Well, it's a fun one. It's going to be fun to look back in it and be like, oh, look at us with this Greedent and this little...
And the podcast stopping halfway through. Both times. This is 2-episode running thing now. It's like a really, really bullshit joke. Oh, good God, man. Honestly.
What topics do you want to...
What topics am I still going to run through? I mean, I'm not going to lie. Oh. I'll discuss this more when I'm in Canada. Happily. But I think I'm bringing the music back after Canada. Not while I'm there, but when I get back, it's going to be full-blown music promo again. Still filmmaking. Most of this isn't going to change, but there will be a lot of music promo coming in as well. I think I might just use more of my songs as well. I would love that as well. And I'd love to make an album at some point, more ballady, called an album to make films to, or something like that. Because I'd love soundtrack-like songs like that work in a movie, like emote that way. But I think the next album is lovely, very bedroom poppy. Good work for that, but very certain films for sure. But yeah, I think it's sometimes hard to separate it when it's your own words and your own thing. But yeah.
Yeah, and you had your own motive for each song and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like imagining a film with it's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. Maybe that might just make an appearance. I mean, I used a song that I was working on in Amsterdam when I was leaving. Like I made it about leaving Amsterdam, so the film that corresponded with it perfectly worked.
That's cool.
That was really because the whole thing was that I couldn't go and perform and do live stuff in Amsterdam, which is why the chorus was like, let me sing my song. So yeah,
Nice.
that's worked out pretty well. So yeah, maybe it's more like that. And I've been writing a song about sort of a future vision of being in Montreal, to be fair. And I want it to be there's a verse in French that I kind of need to do, but I don't know if I want to sing it or if I want to get like a girl to sing it or something. So that could be in a film.
That sounds cool.
Who knows? But what the music needs to come more in. I think the graphic design's creeping its way about now, so they've all got to come together somehow.
Sounds great though. What a nice bunch of things to be doing.
Big time. What about you? How does music things going? I know belouis is sort of chill. Like did a bit of music for fun, don't you? Really? Just
Yeah,
vibe
I'm
out.
currently back in the process of I don't know if I can see my fingers. I've been playing piano and guitar again, mainly piano player, but a bit of guitar. And if you play guitar, if you haven't played for a while, end of your fingers really hurt when you get used to playing guitar again. So I'm currently in the process of reconditioning the end of my fingers so I can play for a while without them hurting. So I was just strumming chords for ages just before I left here, and it's been great. Yeah, loving it. It's music's magic. It's the closest thing to magic I think in the world. So I adore it, and I'm so happy it's back in my life. To be honest with you,
Big time, yeah.
Especially with like being a lot more research into social media and phones and how bad they are for you, but actually having some real coping mechanisms of dealing with that. I have so many more moments now where I'm like, what am I going to do with myself? And I was like, oh, I'm just strum guitar for half an hour. Before, I would have watched some dickhead on a YouTube short just chatting absolute waz, or it was just like so many pockets of time that are now useful, whereas before they were completely just absorbed by bollocks. So
yeah, YouTube shorts of the podcast coming soon, by the way, guys.
yeah.
No, they probably won't, but they might. Maybe. Yeah, no, big time. Honestly, that little half an hour, 45 of the day we just stop and do music. Never planned. I don't think I don't know about you. I never really sit down and go, I'm gonna go play for 45 minutes now. You just kind of start playing, and then it's been 45 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
Big time.
Absolutely.
I love that though. I'm gonna have a very big miss not playing, and then when I go to London, I'm gonna be in a tiny little room. I think I might be investing in an electric saxophone so I can keep playing kind of on the DL, and then this keyboard which is out of frame now. That's gonna be my keyboard. But I said, all gonna be headphones. No real noise. It's just gonna be weird. Very weird.
Thing is, there will be times in the day where you can just practice though. It's one of the things that our old man says. You just gotta let people know, like for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and you'll be at uni. So there'll be moments at like 2:30, 3 where you won't have a lecture and you'll be like, I'm just gonna play for half an hour, and everyone's got to accept it.
To be fair, maybe I'll just go practice in like a park. Maybe I'll take my saxophone and just go play in a park. Maybe that's where I'll go practice. That'd be such a vibe.
I'm sure there will be music societies where people would play. Yeah,
there is music societies.
It was my big thing I was thinking today. Actually, I was thinking I wish music was so much more part of our culture, to the point where like I live in a block of flats in Bristol, and I'm like, there should be a music practice room. Like there's a bike storage in place and stuff, but I wish playing music was so common in people that it was more, you had more spaces naturally for it. So
yeah, for sure. We just had our mother peep her eye through the door. I'm not sure why. But yeah, right. Well, I think we should probably wrap this up because we had so many technical difficulties.
Yeah,
and we're getting people knocking through.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm glad. It's nice to get you on the cam, get everything going. Nice to have a guest. It's very refreshing. And even though Bo Never Stops Talking is a podcast, we just had someone else here as well. This was great. But I imagine there's a real big part of me, if I can figure out, I don't know what the packaging is, the Lavia Go Rode mics.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how the fuck that works with a phone, then I might do a podcast on the plane. I think it'd be really funny.
Oh yeah, it's a shout.
It isn't as mean. If people are about, it's mean, but we'll see. Anyways.
Wow, well, good niche.
Couldn't it be? Could be good. It could be good. It could be really.
Yeah.
Someone just sold on my eBay. No, but it could be good or it could be really mean. Anyways, all the best. This has been Bo Never Stops Talking, episode 2. Hasn't got a name this episode. The last one was pre-named One Night Stand. Maybe this should be called The Morning After. But it'd be weird with my brother here calling it that, wouldn't it? Not on. No.
I'll let you decide the name. Not a huge fan of that one.
Anyways, we'll see you guys in Montreal, and look out for my video. This will either be coming out after my video is already released or before. honestly more likely before though, because I think I really want this to come back strong, like really strong, and maybe be one that does a lot better, like takes me out of the 100 views and into the thousands. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, any final words to everybody?
Keep supporting the pod
and everything.
Yeah,
music,
and everything. There's a lot of cool creativeness going on, and the community's building of people like Bo doing a lot of this, and I'm loving it because people are doing it for themselves, and the results of it are what they are, and therefore you keep getting better, and hopefully the results, numbers go up. So it's the healthiest way to do it. Very happy.
Yeah, and we got 7 hours on a plane, and I'm gonna really clear up all the socials, make it all very easy to interact with what I'm doing, and very easy to engage across. So keep your eye out and give this a like. Get me around. Share it to your friends. Go, hey, you heard from Bojan in a while? Well, don't message him. Just listen to this podcast. You'll be pretty caught up.
Yep. Vamos.
Nice. Bye-bye.